guys, it's me, Bonnie. Figured I would go live. Haven't done one in a minute, and I, with everything going on, I just feel like finding something to do, keeping ourselves busy, can be beneficial. Like you can work on whatever it is, like meditation, kind of things that will keep your mind in a good place instead of going south like it can, especially when we are dealing with a pandemic where there are some people that are really freaking out. There are others that seem like they're oblivious, and you have the people in between, which I guess I would say that I try not to panic, but I do try to stay aware. So I hope everybody is actually dealing with that pretty well. I will be doing some tarot readings. I'm This is my little, I call him my baby witches. This is Skylet.
Hi.
And we have Dawn. So they're going to help me on, I've had a request for, my good old, my good trusty, my faithful, my Ouija. And so we'll be doing that, and I'll have them help me set up for that. And I'm teaching her how to read Oracle and Tarot. So she may be doing some readings. Who did? Alicia. Hey, Alicia. How are you? So if you have questions or would like a reading, both I'm going to let her do some Oracle if you guys are up for that, and of course I'll pull out my Tarot as well. So, do y'all have any questions? Like magic or paranormal or anything like that? I've had a lot of people lately actually kind of message me about, like, it seems like it's made a lot of people, either with everything going on, more aware, asking about abilities, and I would say just odd things happening. Like, I haven't had a spirit like actually mess with me physically in a while. Like, well, for me, I mean, I feel things all the time, but like literally like open door, having to move things around. But I have like a day or two ago. I mean, like, it was like a cabinet, and I literally, the seconds before, my boyfriend was right there. He was, and the cabinet door was not open, and I bumped into it and almost fell on my face because it was like, whatever I said,
I thought you didn't like it.
Yeah, she's definitely from a different type of religion, so it was like, it makes sense now. But it was like, I went, oh my God, like I literally just got tripped. I was kind of tickled because it was nice to actually have more of an interaction, because I haven't had that in quite a minute. But she definitely
Ghostbusters said you were spot on about my last reading about my spirit.
You're about
spinal fusion.
Oh my gosh! See, I'm so glad. Okay, so is that working well? The recovery and everything. Are you doing well with that? I would hope. Because I mean, I know that kind of bouncing back at times. Hold on, I'm trying to.
She's looking at your picture.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that energy. That's spinal fusion recovery. Okay, I'm feeling just a little anxiety. Is it? It may be from being. Are you cooped up a lot more than? I just feel like there's some anxiety. I don't know if it has to do with the recovery itself or actually just everything going on. But I'm feeling a lot of anxiety actually. Like my whole like chest area, just like it's hard to breathe at times. Like that kind of issue with anxiety. Okay, so if that is going on, I would say doing some like complete chakra meditations. The one I always tell people, because it's something you can do every day. It takes literally, it says 7. If you you can actually look it up on YouTube. 7-minute chakra workout, and it is 8. It's actually 8 minutes if you look at the clip. So, but that's one that I highly recommend. It's something you can do. It's less than 10 minutes. morning, then night, and it will
She
help
said
you.
yes.
Yay! Okay, so try that. See if that doesn't kind of find you a balanced. I would definitely start with that. If that one doesn't work, there's some Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. It's another form of meditation, and that one kind of will like just everything, all of your when you get in that mindset and you get too in your head and your mind space kind of like goes out of whack. That one will help as well. Okay. If we're having technical issues, well, it's something that happens quite frequently. So.
Oh, but when we come back, she said my sweet baby Lily, who was a cat, passed away last week. That's not her anxiety.
Oh, okay. Is that
her
okay?
anxiety?
Yeah. So the Ho'oponopono would work too.
So and at 10:06, she put no. Maybe her anxiety feeling. She's not locked up. But
okay.
like the anxiety could be hurt by a cat. You know, like her cat passing away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the anxiety could be that, but not being.
Yeah. Okay.
Dawn, if you still live.
Yeah. No, not right now. Let me know when you get back up, Mel.
Also, what did you say?
Well, I coffee, please.
Everybody, let us. Do
So
this,
just I guess reboot. I'm gonna have to ask. Sky's gonna have to ask her great grandma to stop messing with the.
Please.
Yeah, you know that. Mel, are you shocked? You know you can never go through a stream with me without something going berserk.
Oh, the one if you just like.
Also, how do I get that on my phone?
You have to go on my YouTube.
Here, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I was like, cause I can't get it on.
You have Facebook Messenger, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh gosh. Spring is straightening Nick's hair.
Yeah. I don't think they're coming back over.
No.
No, Jesse did. I'm gonna drink Jesse's alcohol. She left it here.
What did she have?
Some coconut rum. And I'll do it on my phone too. So
we're not. So
Are
like
we?
it's really replaying.
It just started replaying. Like watch.
So it goes, and we're dead now. We're not live anymore.
Yeah, we're not dead. We're not live. And you were talking to Ghostbuster, and Dawn noticed it. It like went to the end of the video, and then and it started. It hit replay. Like it showed replay. Here, let's see where it stopped. Talking about Pop Pete tripping in.
Mm-hmm. And that's when it goes. Hey, Mel. When I mentioned Pop Pete is when it started acting weird. Oh, I'm watching religion. Let me know if we're live right now. Okay.
Yeah, it's Alicia.
Okay.
She put it's just buffering. Cool. I think those are the only. There's 5 people on right now.
Cool.
There's 2. It's down. We're down to Ghostbuster and.
Okay, because it's they probably know that we're having issues.
Hey.
Okay, yay. I'm not quite sure. I'm just not gonna mention.
Oh yeah, it is buffering a bit.
Okay, so I'm not gonna mention religion. For any
Ghostbuster said she's good.
It went out. Yeah, it went out.
I'm not gonna say the word then. Are you kidding?
Don't say the word.
Huh.
And how do I say?
That gives me chills.
Don't say the word.
Wow. Oh, so it says we're live again. We're live again. We're good. Okay.
How do I see the comment? And now.
Okay. Buffering issues. I apologize. I guess I can't mention certain things, so I won't.
Go to open your app and then go to live chat.
Okay. So they're kind of getting logged back in, so I can. They'll help me with questions here. I'm gonna do some tarot. We'll just jump in. How about that? Your turn.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
There we go.
Okay, so what about the cat? Somebody lost their cat?
Ghostbuster said she lost her sweet baby Lily, who is a cat and passed away last week, and she's heartbroken.
Okay. Watch for, okay, I'm getting chills. Okay, if I feel like laying down, I'm just seeing a cat jump on the bed. So if you feel like that's going on and you're like, okay, I'm losing my mind or I'm missing her real bad and the cat jumps on, that's what's
I'm responding to that on the chat. Don't say it out loud. Okay. I'm responding to it on the chat.
Yeah, no, it would be the kitty jumping.
No, she asked about negative energy causing us. I'm responding on the chat though.
Okay, tell what it is and why. Okay. Yeah, so she's answering your question. We just don't want to stir up the stream by saying anything out loud about what could be causing the interruptions. Not negative, but just a differences in beliefs. But the cat is what I'm seeing. So I feel like even though she's physically gone, she is like still trying to come up and curl. I feel like curl more at the end of the bed, but I feel her like if you wake up because you're feeling a jolt, that would be last night. Oh, okay. So just know that she is trying to comfort, or he is trying to comfort you, and like I'm still here. Everything's okay. I miss you too. Don't be sad. Is kind of more of the thing. It's like,
hi Patrick.
Hello. It is really trying to comfort. It's more of a comfort thing.
That's where she would sleep.
Because I'm literally seeing, and I don't know why if she's just showing me herself, but it's almost like a dark colored cat. But that may just be what she's showing me as. Like, so maybe if she was not a black cat, she wanted to be a black cat. And I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing as a black cat. So, yeah. Or maybe you wanted a black cat. I don't know, but I'm seeing a black cat. But I am seeing at the end of the bed, and she kind of she'll curl up in a ball and just like, yay, okay. So she was black. I didn't know she was like oddly, like animals will show as what they normally were, right? But like I saw bougie. Okay, and this I guess maybe for you, it is the Dark Goddess Oracle cards, and this one, and I will probably say this horribly. No, I don't know who this is for. Because I just looked at the main thing under the easy or Zuli, the Dark Goddess card. It's okay. Are we still live? I just want to make sure because Skylight's not seeing any movement. But it says prosperity. So I do feel like there is somebody in chat that's dealing with like a lot of
There's a.
And she keeps moving. There's a white spot. Yeah. Okay. Is anybody else seeing a white light?
Yes, still live.
Yes, still live. And is anybody else seeing a white
light? It's coming in between me and Bonnie, like in this area.
No.
Unless it's Milk. Okay, Milk's helping out with the stream, so it could be a cursor. But
it looks like a
mouse.
Does it look like a mouse?
You had her. You had my baby wish a little get
I was like,
yeah. Well, no, because like she's been like catching orbs and so forth in her hands. Okay, you want to read that? Somebody, I feel like when this card kind of popped out, there is somebody in chat or somebody around a lot that's like watching right now that is dealing with like it's fears of financial, like it's prosperity is the main thing of this card. So if you'll read that, baby girl.
Which one do you want me to read?
I would say I'll read there and then go in here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Success and riches for the taking. Excessive action needs forsaking. Clearing out to give away. Prosperity will come one day. By the power of the Dark Goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Avoid borrowing too much money as strings are always attached. A lie is exposed. Time to choose the right person for you and stop stringing others along. Clean out your space and give your unwanted items a good cause. Recycle more, waste less, be honest in love, a debt must be paid.
Okay. All right. So whoever this is for, I feel like they're been worried or letting, and it's of course with what we're going through right now, it makes perfect sense. But somebody is like really trying to figure out how they're going to make an extra income. Okay, so when it says like if you're cleaning out clutter and you're wanting to sell, give some away to other people that need it. Is what I'm feeling this is trying to say right now, because when we do good things, a lot of times, like I'm not gonna say I'm just a fool for karma, but it does seems like you will pull things will happen and work well for you as well. Like, you know, give $1, somebody, you know, it'll be paid forward. So that kind of, I'm not saying don't sell some of your clutter. I'm just saying like things that you feel like guided to give, do that. I feel like somebody's really struggling and trying not to worry, but it's just like it's something constantly on their mind. So if it's you, just let me know, because it could be you. I mean, it could be. I mean, like a lot of people right now. It could be like the energy of everybody. So just like try to figure little things that you can cut that you don't need. If it's you know, like I like Audible because I can, you know, listen to my books when I, you know, in my spare time while I'm doing something else, right? And so that was one that I've cut recently. And it's like, oh, I really like it, but like right now it'll just kind of tighten it, you know, save a little. Something that you're not like if you have like say you have a Netflix, I don't know anybody that doesn't use their Netflix account, but let's say you have something like that and you're not using it, well, cancel that. Just little things to kind of help you save and penny pinch here and there. Necessities, like try not to overspend right now. I think that's just anything. If you're really overbeared and over worried about this right now, kind of handle it that way. And I feel like you already know that those are the things you should do, but try to handle that as such. So, and I feel like that may be just kind of the overall energy that people are dealing with, and a message that everybody needs to hear, to be quite honest. So, not surprising.
Kristen and Twisted Sisters said hello.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm just calling Twisted Sister, so. Well, there's another popper.
What's her name? 3.
It's this one that stood out to me. A.R. Aradia.
She's in front of the book.
Okay. All right. Another one that stick. Like 3 popped out, but this was the phrase up one, and it's. I don't know.
Okay.
Aradia.
Do you want me to read it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna. And this is defense. So.
Sticks and stones, words of fear, defend, stand strong, shed a tear. Attacks ensue to cause alarm, protect, safeguard, and keep from harm. By the power of the dark goddesses in me, protection in place, blessed be. Sorry. Quit being on the defensive. Past hurts are affecting your reactions. Never mistake kindness for weakness. Stand strong in your convictions. Connect with the magic of nature. Defend your cause. Be proud of who you are. A vulnerable person or animal needs your help.
Okay. And yes, Twisted Sister, you definitely may have a card. So this is very interesting. I actually I have a friend that and you know, one of my magic circles that is literally going through this. But so if somebody else out there is feeling like they're having to defend themselves all the time, I told them, I said, you know, this person has been harassed by others or feels harassed by people. And I said a lot of times a person that is more, if they don't know how to manage their time and they have too much time to bear and they're not working on improving themselves and their skills and such, they're going to pick on others. But what you have to do is deflect it, flick it off your shoulder and move forward. Do not let them, you know, being so petty, throw you off your track.
Ghostbuster said, could that be for all of us? Seems like we're all in a spiritual war.
Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it would make a lot of sense because, you know, the way I feel. Oh, sorry, I'm here. I'm sorry. My sister is trying to call me. She always Okay,
I
anyway.
saw a flash of light long and vertical, like an icicle.
Oh.
Are we still live?
Are we live still? Okay.
Where
Cool.
did you see the like flash of light? Like was it here? You know, if it's in between me and Bonnie or Dawn and Bonnie.
Yeah, if you Dawn, dark hair Dawn. Like,
Sunflower Scarlet, because I'm wearing sunflowers.
there we go.
I don't know.
We had them. Like, I don't know, make it cutesy. No, but yeah, like actually, sometimes we can actually be in more battle with ourselves, and that's almost what I feel like she was kind of doing because she most of the time she won't let people like that bother her, but I think it had just built up, and so you feel like you have to defend or have to say something. I have been dealing with it, so
She said
in her room.
In
She
her
saw
room.
Ghostbusters saw the flash of light in her room.
oh, you
Yeah,
saw
not
that.
I was like,
She was like, oh wait, hold on. I was like, okay, and you saw a flash of light. What color was it? I don't know why, but I felt like I have to ask what color. And I'm not forgotten. You switched to sister. Huh?
Well, yeah, like an icicle.
Is that what she said?
she said icicle.
So it kind of.
Okay, so it. Shoot. This is it feels like a family, like.
But it was vertical, so.
Like right, I'm kind of like seeing like this, like a shooting star, like how you will see it from far off. So it's like, but not so it's not big, but it'd be white. Okay. This is a family member, a female.
Quick flash.
It's a female family member. I feel like it's older. So, but it's like they always had their self made up nice, like, a little bit on the Richie side. I'm seeing somebody that looks like I don't want to call him stuck up. I don't want to call him stuck up. Okay.
You the Richie side.
Okay, I don't want to call him stuck up, but they would turn their nose up. You know what I mean? But it was not out of like they were not being really rude. It was because of their standards. So this is who's watching over you, and they were just there, and they didn't really want to startle you, so it was like they took off. That's all. They're just there, and they didn't want. I don't think they really even wanted to be noticed or seen, but So that's awesome, and just know that it is somebody that loves you and is taking care of. So nothing to be afraid of. It doesn't feel dark at all. It just like that's somebody that kind of like being that way is probably the worst part of it, and it's not even like negative. It's just the way they carried and presented themselves. So yeah. All right. I am fixing to get to Twisted Sisters card. And I'm just going to take that energy. What message does Twisted Sister need to hear from the goddesses? Again, this is the Dark Goddess Oracle deck.
Yeah, Ghostbusters said thanks.
You're welcome, Ghostbuster. Nope, I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to grab from right here. Ah! Very cool. Hecate, yeah. Protection. I've got the triple. Goddess. Hecate. Very awesome. I love Hecate.
Won't shed a tear, must stand alone. The path ahead is one to own. Release all duties of indemnation?
Yeah.
Indemnation?
Indemnate. Yeah, indemnate. Now I can't say it. Indemnation.
Okay.
Got
Guarded now from condemnation. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be.
I'm hearing a man. I hear a man, like very low. Are you dealing with something?
Shielding someone from the truth is not helping them right now. Focus on your own ability to listen rather than your need to lecture. An old flame is circling. Ensure that your insurance policies are valid and up to date. Make the repairs to your home that you have been long neglecting.
You know what? And I don't know why. Just hearing this in my head. I'm literally like from the movie Ghost, where what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg goes, "You're in trouble, girl." Like, are you getting something? Like, are you dealing with some, like, I don't know if it's like, okay, you know, as witchy, you know, you can work with things that people consider negative, which I have, and you know, it's not done in a negative way, which a lot of people kind of get confused with. But I feel like either this is going on, and maybe something else has kind of like wormed its way in. But I feel like there's something either you're unaware of or dark, or you might be aware of it. But like I heard a little grumble. It was like a man. Like I looked at her to see if her phone, if she would have like, I don't know, like a video on or something. So I'm trying to figure out what this is. So Twisted Sister, if you have had anything going on like that, yeah, well, Hecate is here and she is there for protection. And you may need to call upon her and actually kind of pull in her energy to guide and protect you from anything that has been messing with you, or anything you've been dealing with. Very interesting. So if you have questions on that one, let me know, because it's kind of weird. It's like, Odame. Okay, he wants me to. Okay, so Mel's helping me out, and he looked it up for me, and I forgot her name. Rookies. You knew it? See, I don't know how you remember. So Mel's like my trivia guy. He like can tell you. But no, Odame. What was her last name? Odame. Okay, Odame from Ghost. She said, "You're in trouble, girl." you know, or you know. And I remember that. So, but I that's like while I'm hearing her read this, and I'm hearing that like in like very low grumble, and I couldn't really hear what was being said, but it was very interesting because it was like that's the picture. I saw her lean in and how she did on the movie. It was like, "You're in trouble, girl." And I'm like, okay, you know. Okay, so I guess I'm getting another message for everybody in general, and I think it's always very interesting. I guess just because of everybody's collective energy is going so off the charts lately. And like, well, for here in Texas, I don't know about every other state and how they're handling it, but what the schools are closing for the year, not for this school year. And it's to be determined, or I guess kind of
till further notice.
Till further notice. So this school year's over, basically, is what they're saying. And now they'll still continue to do homeschooling, but the schools will not be open up until we're hoping.
Hello, Dr. Dino.
Hey, Mel says hi, Dina. So, but then it's like they're going to be slowly opening up businesses, but like 5 people in or something like that at a time.
And it's all going to be to go.
Right. So I know a lot. Okay, I don't know what that was.
That was a fly, and it's still there.
Oh, wait.
Go away.
Nice. It's on again.
Okay.
There it goes.
That's
scary. That's great.
Okay. Well, hello, Zio. Anyway, Isis comes in, and she is a resurrection.
Isis?
Mm-hmm. Love that Isis, actually. So, already, we are, everything that is going on right now, there will be a resurrection. Now, will things ever be normal? In my opinion, I don't feel like everything will ever be the old normal. But this is a good thing. Everything that's going on is an awakening for a lot of people. What was it?
Ghostbusters. She said, when did you say? August? Yeah, the school year is canceled until August of next year. Yes, ma'am.
Or, well, later this year.
Not really. I'm a senior. I don't get to graduate.
Yeah, she's missing her senior year. I mean, and it's like I kind of thought it was cool. She got a.
I know I don't like school, but it's just more of the fact of like not getting to hang out with my friends for the last few times.
Yeah, they're having, you know, and it's a lot of the seniors. Like I know that the underclassmen are probably having more issues with it. But you know, like the whole don't get to wear my prom dress, and her prom dress had pockets.
It had pockets and it was sparkle. Thank you, Ghostbuster.
We have
thank you.
but yeah, like so there's going to be a lot. No walking down and you know, can you imagine not being handed your you know, because we have to wear masks and gloves. You don't get to be handed your y'all everybody corrects me. But so this resurrection, it is going to be a new life, yeah. So for everybody that is afraid here, I feel like this is kind of Isis popped down, and I'm just looking at her. Literally, the only card I didn't even know I dropped it, and here she is with her hands up.
Self-sacrifice, the price is paid. Needs of others have been made. Time to rise and to become the best for you in your kingdom. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be.
That gives me chills right away. The best. What does it say? The best for your king. What is
the
it?
best for you in your kingdom.
Interesting. So it's like, you know, it is bad. It is bad with nobody. No, I don't want. I get emotional when an animal dies. Okay. I get emotional when an animal dies. So human life lost is awful. But people are becoming where they're questioning things more. They're not just accepting what they're hearing on the internet. They're looking past it, you know. They don't want to just rely on fake news, or they want to look at it and investigate it themselves and make up their own minds. And we've needed this for quite a minute.
Twisted Sisters said my daughter's dog name is Isis. And we were buffering there for a second because Z came to visit, and I'm pretty sure he had us buffering. But I think we're back now.
Okay. Good. So yeah. Finish the Isis. I think.
Okay. Stop behaving like a martyr. Always help with a loving heart, and never resentment. Hand any guilt over to Isis. Make a commitment to be kind to yourself. Make a list of your goals and take steps to achieve them. Take control and responsibility for your life. Seize the day.
So it's telling us, do not give up. Know that things are going to get, a different kind of normal. So like, I feel like this is almost like her wanting us to make a bucket list or things I need to do. You know, like your 5-year plan. Things that we all should be doing and see where we see ourselves in the next few years. I had somebody ask me, where do you see yourself in a year? I'm like, you know, I was like, I'm lucky that I can do day by day. I have a short attention span, so don't overwhelm me. But no, it is actually a really, really good idea to it pushes you and motivates you, and it makes you, it does kind of get you on a focus to do something else. So, that being said, so yeah. And that is really cool that the dog's name is Isis. That's beautiful anyway. So, anybody else have questions or, for myself even, and like I said, it's been a minute. There's been a little more paranormal issues than usual. Like when I say paranormal, like things actually missing. Like the door being open, or hey, where was this? And it would be somewhere
brush. That was crazy.
Yeah, the brush was, we were.
I had a bag here. And
it was
a bag. It was a pretty decent sized bag, and I kept my shoes in it because I travel between my parents' houses. And when I left, I thought I had brought it with me to my mom's, and I couldn't find it. I called Bonnie, and I was like, "Hey, will you go check my room for me and see if it's there?" And she said, "No, but it's not there." And all that. I'd been home for like 2 or 3 days, and it just showed up next to my bed like it had been there the entire time. We keep having stuff like that happen where little things just go missing here and there, and we don't even, we have no clue, we know where we put it and it's gone.
Right. And it's nothing malicious. That's the one thing that I, kind of.
Dino said, as a pagan.
What is it?
Dino said, as a pagan, I love that. Putting yourself in the hands of Isis and making a goal for yourself during this time. I'm doing that at the moment. Patrick said, I'm back. What did I miss? And Ghostbuster said, OMG, I just went to get my sage and I swear it was in my drawer and I never put it there.
See, there you go.
It is. Oh, and
Dino is what's crazy because I was literally, before you read that, I was like, I need to ask her, what is it?
he said there's attack of a fly that happened and and Isis card resurrection was pulled. And the Twisted Sister said, yes, I do that all the time. Where do you think you put something?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's something, and I really, unless it gets super, I never look at those things when they just move them around. They never really feel dark. So, like, if I was going through somebody's house and they'd been feel like they had been, something was trying to attack them or attach them, that would not be something that I would say, hey, like, you need to tell it to go. Okay, so Dr. Dino, I feel like you're needing a card, or I don't know. I feel like there's, I don't know. I feel like you're needing something. So if you have a question, ask away, because it's like, I don't know. Your name before you even said, I was like, so.
Ghostbuster said, right before you guys talked about missing items, I couldn't find the sage. It's so weird.
So, yeah, I feel like that's kind of more like what's going on. And I feel like everybody's being more woke. And so, yeah, of course, this stuff is going to happen. She should be blonde.
I am.
Cute.
I am.
No,
She is
okay. So what did she said, that was the cutest. She said, I just had a thought.
Well,
go ahead.
Joey's thing. Like, how did you get it back?
Oh.
Yeah, she got tattletale on for
Thank
vaping.
you.
Oh. Maybe.
Or it was just, you know who?
Because
I'm not giving him attention.
Yeah, okay, so anybody that knows me from especially Life Sci-Fi knows, I've been around other people that have had attachments to the Z. I don't mind saying it, but because
she's very interested in me and we're not trying to
enforce,
give him anything.
And I had always felt, I had felt that there's been a big, okay, so Beelzebub and the other entity, I feel like there is a connection, and I don't think they're really one of the same.
I like to say they're cousins.
I think Z tries to worm his way in and will like feed off of the other. I can't quite put my hand on it, but the Z one is more. I said, okay, so if you were looking at when it comes to I'm really close to.
How does a person get attached? This is the sister's asking.
Okay, how does a person get attached? Either they open themselves to it, sometimes not even on purpose. If something is going to attach you, it's going to be because, number one, I always tell them, it's okay, if y'all I'm one of those people that if you're going to get on something, or you're going to do something, get on a Ouija board.
Does B or Z mess with the audio on an iPhone? iPhone sounds like walkie-talkie static.
Well, that could be something else entirely. B would be yes. I had somebody tell me today, actually, that when it comes to the star people, or I don't know how to call it. I don't like the word alien because it's just so so
extraterrestrial.
Yeah, but it's so vague because there's so there's not just it's not like there's just one tribe.
Well, yeah, but extraterrestrial gives them a big name because they are big. They're very important.
Right. Well, and I see one of one of the more witchy circles actually had this it was a very beautiful, and I haven't got to even send it to Melvin yet because it was oh my gosh. So I had talked to Melvin a long time ago about this entity or whatever I saw in the back seat of my car kind of popped up, and the only way I could explain it is he looked kind of like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, but yet Yes. So this person actually will draw the spirits and the things that she comes across, and she'll connect to them and learn from them and so forth. And it can be things like, the gatekeepers. It can be from angels to demons, things that she works with. And she's very talented. And this picture just, it zapped me in because it had that like, the shaped face and the hair that was, fixed back. The skin was blue, but the eyes were just white. It was neat looking, and she said that was like when she was, I think it was Lucifer, that she was like had a connection with. But she said she wouldn't doubt at all because I explained to her. I said, "Oh my gosh, that looks," and I didn't even mention the word extraterrestrial or alien or anything. I said it looks like a being that I saw, but she said she would not doubt that it has a connection to the other. And I'm getting flies around.
Ghostbuster said she thinks she's been being messed with. Such a string, like lately, such a string of bad luck, like crazy bad luck. Luckily, she's spinning it to be positive.
Okay. Good. So it's just a lot of bad luck.
Which is like crazy bad luck, not like normal.
Okay, so. Yeah.
No. Could you give us like an example of like your bad luck, like flat tires when it's not supposed to be flat, or like something like burning yourself with a straightener or something like that?
Yeah, because so it was, and I don't think that this is because like I said, I felt like Gino has something that he's gotta ask, or I don't know. Like I said, I was. Oh, so maybe, and if it's something you don't want to ask live, you can definitely have Melvin message me or whatnot. But I don't feel like this one's for him. So if you are having a lot of bad luck, this one was like pulled next, and it is Penthesilea. And this is the dark goddess. This is of guilt. So this has something to do with it. So it could be something, yes, messing with you, but this could be. It's funny the conversations I've had with other witches today. That it's like these. It's like I was almost prepped for that. We can cause our own guilt at times, or we can cause. I know it sounds funny. We can cause our own selves being haunted.
And she said yes. The phone dies, then cat with the black.
Oh gosh. Okay. So when we're not in our right mind space, when we're letting things overwhelm us, like so if we're feeling guilty about something, especially when it's something that we really have no control over, that is going to, if we're not handling it properly and not meditating and trying to let ourselves free of that guilt, things can go right. That's where kind of poltergeist or PK type activity can start in. I mean, that's not something you want to have to deal with because our mind is actually this. If we're not handling it right, we're letting it build up, and then of course that energy's going somewhere. It's not just like dissipating. So if you're feeling guilty, it can make you can be attracting bad energy. Yeah, you can be
you're
like
yourself.
Yeah, it's like you're punishing yourself because you feel like you should be punished or whatnot. And so yeah.
Who's at fault? Where's the blame? Drowning in a world of shame. Guilty punishment is tough. Forgive, move on. Enough's enough. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place. Blessed be. Don't let a situation get out of hand. Own up to your part in it. Time to move beyond your comfort zone. Forgive someone for hurting you. You are not responsible for the action of others. A guilty secret will be revealed. Ask for advice about how best to tackle a tricky situation.
Right. So,
yeah. She said it totally makes sense.
Okay. So there you go. Okay. So what you'll need to do, and Melvin, if you can put a link out there or at least spell it, the Ho'oponopono meditation. I would say this is going to be Ho'opono. It's ridiculous, but it's, oh my gosh.
I love you.
I cry.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Thank you. It is literally, We have to learn to forgive ourselves of the way we even handle ourselves at times. We have to. So if you get in a bad relationship, we always get mad at ourselves. Oh, why was I so stupid? Or why was I paying attention? I noticed the red flags. Why didn't I listen to them? Or da 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 da. And we can go on and we can beat ourselves up forever. But yet we are not learning, instead of realizing that, okay, I made a mistake. I love you. I love that fact that I messed up so that I'm having another chance to learn. I forgive myself. Thank you for teaching me to listen. And,
Should have teach me that one.
it's not fun. And I cry every time because it's honestly, it's a meditation that I would say, I should do once a month just to remind myself. But it's beautiful. It's a Hawaiian meditation. So that would be one to look into because it does help a lot.
It's not in the comments. You can click on the link.
Yay! So yeah, you can. There's a link to it, and hopefully that will help you some, because you do have to forgive self, because you can be sending yourself the bad luck, and that's why I had to kind of look into magic. It was not something I ever. I was kind of like, oh, Harry Potter was cool, but it was like, it's not the same. Honestly, I like the real magic way better because it's so beneficial. You can just say a few words and something happens. Well, that's cool, but when you put your energy and your pain and if you direct that in a different way, you can actually feel that strength and how you're actually transforming that pain, that anger, that guilt into something way better and more beneficial. So, but yeah, I was actually accidentally attacking other people that hurt me. But at least I'm so stubborn. I was like, well, at least if I'm cursing someone, I want to know that I'm doing it, and I want to at least have control over it. So yeah, not the best mindset, but I did want to be able to not accidentally do it, because that's not really my way. I'm not going to just jump to curse somebody quick. It's not going to be the first thing that I do. But yeah. So any questions out there?
Any questions? Any requests for readings?
Alicia, how are you doing? I don't know. I was like, you still there, Alicia? You need to, Alicia, if you're there. I'm feeling some I don't know, all of a sudden got real emotional, sad, overwhelmed. You need to work on that heart chakra.
She said she's okay.
Okay. If you've been dealing with anything, work on I don't know, just feel disappointed, let down or something. So, I love you, girl. So you're awesome, amazing, and you deserve the best. Always. And that's something that
You have 7 people online.
Okay, guys, everybody that's joined, anybody new. So learn to, and I would say this is something I know, especially a lot of people are going through right now, is the whole self-love thing, knowing what you deserve and not accepting or settling. Now, that doesn't mean to walk up like you're.
She said she's been stressed lately.
Okay. Just do some meditation. I feel like your guides are wanting you to know, Alicia, that you're coming. I don't know if you've been working on things, but you're coming a long way, is what I'm supposed to say. Come a long way. So whatever that is, there you go. Sorry, I feel like somebody's connected to something. Somebody's something. Not bad. Has somebody not the cat, but I feel like there's a loss out there, or somebody might be close to dying or related to somebody that is actually dying right now, or has found out recently they got sick.
Me, but like I feel them, so.
No, I feel like somebody that's like online. They're dealing with death or like
Anything you can pick up on my husband, I call him. That Ghostbuster just asked that.
is he sick? Like, or is he passed away? Because somebody's trying to come through, and it does feel well. I'll wait for a second because I feel like it is something is like trying to kind of say hello, or I'm just picking up and I feel like it feels almost more like a sickness.
It just got really cold.
So if somebody out there has been dealing with like sickness, it's not corona at all. Actually, this is more. It's in the. It's like, but not. It's deep right in here. Yeah, maybe lungs. It's hard to breathe. Yeah, I think it would be the lungs because it's. I'm feeling in the back. So if anybody's been dealing with some respiratory issues, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's corona because I don't feel like it is at all. But I feel like pay attention to that. Get it checked out, get an X-ray, and just deal with it. I don't, because it does. It feels like a spirit of illness or sickness. And that's something that I've just recently done. If anybody's seen the post with the odd-looking sigil, that is what one of my groups, or one of my circle of magicians and so forth. That was the sigil of the spirit, like, you know what I mean? Every energy's kind of got its own, I wouldn't say mindset, but something you can tap into, right? So like if you want to make yourself protected from the coronavirus, yeah, like sage, incense. But I feel like with the, it has its own, well, to tap into it, there, somebody was able to meditate and get a sigil, and that was one that I was working with the other night, and it was it was called a virus hijacking ritual, which it was not nasty in any way. It wasn't like we were trying to use, you're not trying to use the virus to be mean or to put dark magic onto somebody else. It has nothing to do with that at all. It's like, okay, can't beat them, join them type stuff. You know what I mean? So like, if this is something that's going to come at you, at least like it's the way I'd say it'd be a magical, and like vaccine, a way of saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and like, okay, please don't attack me type thing. And like, let me, like can we be friends type of thing. And so like, I did it for protection of, my loved ones and so forth. So the energy of that was quite interesting. That night there was an actual tornado that came down. We got that hit here. My sister's roof on their barn is not here, but we're here at this house where we're at.
We didn't have a tornado.
We didn't have we had like a lot of rain and a lot of wind, but it hit everywhere around us, but not here. So I mean, I wasn't like trying to hurt anybody else, but I was just like, this place is covered.
That's another thing is tornadoes.
They don't, yeah,
because we're a low spot.
Well, that's also good too. But we actually got we all got the
warning,
yeah. So we were all getting warnings saying, hey, and it is still Texas, so it's it could come through. It has hit through here before, so
yeah,
it's a lot harder where we're at. So, but it was also interesting because that tornado kind of came out of the blue. The other magicians I worked with, that they did the second part of the ritual that night. They had tornadoes. Now there's some people that actually lost their lives, unfortunately. But this is what it was like, almost just when a lot of people work together for something, and it was for positive. It was to protect people and to help others, and to, with the whole Rona. It the energy that was put in it is very strong. It's not playing, and it was quite interesting to see. When you're doing stuff like that, all of a sudden, boom, there's this huge tornado that goes through not only where I was, But then the next day when they were doing it, that hit them. Which I know it can, like, storms move, but it's just, it was quite interesting to see the whole pure, may be coincidence, but also I know how magic can work too, and I was like, okay, I feel better about everything now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to still wear mask or anything to protect myself, protect others, but I'm not as fearful. It's taken that where you're watching everybody like a hawk, don't touch me type of way. So that has helped in that factor. Oh, something's, sorry. We get a little few like kind of cold chills in here, so if y'all notice anything that we might not. Yeah, Melvin's asking. So if I look like like I'm not crazy, I'm gonna have Melvin. Melvin, won't you join us so that they can hear you too? Because yeah, I look like I'm probably like I'm probably. He wants me to look like I'm all like.
How have you guys been doing anything fun during lockdown?
Witchcraft. Witchcraft fun. This one? Her? Really? Okay. So, Melvin. Interesting. What else? You don't know what else it is? Okay, so Melvin, let me let everybody else know what's going on. Yeah. So hybrid. Okay, so when I first met Mel, he's like he came at me really easy, but it's like it was something. Okay, aliens were something that always kind of freaked me out. Like I still get scared of ET. I'm not gonna lie. He's creepy. He looks like a turd too. He's not cute. I'm sorry. A lot of people think he's cute. He's not. There's just,
he's like on the verge of like being so ugly. He's cute, but he's like not.
Well, and the stretchy head thing, and the light up fingers, too much for me. But
she said, "OMG, watch this back later. The audio's crazy."
So, but he comes at me, and now that at first I'd already been told this before, but I'd been told, "Hey, Mom," But Melvin tells me, "Hey, you're a hybrid." I'm like, "Hybrid? Like what? What do you mean?"
It mutes when Mel talks Ghostbuster.
Oh, it melts. It mutes. It melts. It mutes when Melvin talks, I think. Okay. So anyway, when he tells me I'm a hybrid, and he's explaining what a hybrid is, when it means, like basically DNA, or like not necessarily like my mama got banged by, ET or anything, but sorry.
Nice way to put it.
But okay, so the way I see it is like, what? When we're babies, they take us off into another room. Well, when they give us vaccines or whatever, there are so many opportunities that we don't have to literally be pulled away to where we're, what is it called? What's the word? What's the word you hate, Melvin? Can you, anal probe? Sorry.
I really hope that's not what happened.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're dragged off and probed. I feel like there's so many different ways that a person they can put in their DNA will be spliced or changed or mutated, whatever. So like, okay, we're going to make people, I feel like this is a very big possibility. Like if there is a hybrid thing going on, well, that would be quite interesting. If they're so high level, which I think we're just kind of like, what would be the slow kids class? Like that's what we are compared, like the worst.
Special ed?
No, I think I think it's lower than special ed to an alien. Yeah, absolutely. We're like
we're worms.
We're worse than special ed.
We're worms.
Maybe fun.
Okay, so Melvin explained it like we're babies. We're crawling in diapers when it comes to being woke. So if they put their DNA or whatever it is in us, like, okay, I'm going to add this to this one little human, and let's see what we get. Okay, we have somebody that is or has empath. They pick up other people's emotions and their feelings and stuff. Oh, well, this one can see things that not other people can see. So, they don't realize at the same time that it makes us look like a bunch of crazies because everybody else is still asleep. But still those that are woke cannot really turn that woke thing off forever. So we end up usually being weirdos either way. I think, so they can make things clairvoyant. They can make people, like with one of my other ones is psychometry, which is like, touching an item and going, ooh, there's been something really negative attached to this before or whatnot, right? What is the other one? Photos, like reading photos, looking at just looking at somebody and being able to like just know who they are, which is not always a fun gift. I don't like that sometimes. It's like, now I would always tease. It's like when I was dating, when I was still dating and before I was with someone, that's kind of what I would do. I'd look at, swipe, right, whatever. If there was a person that had sunglasses on, nope. Because to me, I felt like it was hiding who they were. If I could see their eyes, I'd be like, will I even give this person a chance?
Is Mel the one who told you what?
Yeah. So when Mel, he said that she has a couple of different alien. What do you say? Would you call them breeds? Because I feel like that's more like animal. I don't feel like that's right.
Yeah, races.
No, I feel like just breeds is like really yuck sounding.
Well, I know, but races.
But races, okay. Yeah, races. They're races. Different. Yeah, I would call it alien race. That sounds like a little more.
A lot of races.
Okay, so, which is weird because y'all are the ones here with me. Oddly enough, they're usually really drawn to like the occult or things that other people would see or view as a little bit cringy or scary or wrong.
More life forever. Yeah. Dino commented and said, "I would say babies and not worms. LOL. Innocent to specific things, but not fully understanding what is out there. But hashtag worm life forever. LMAO.
Worm life forever.
Hashtag worm life forever. That is my new caption for everything.
So no, I think that like a lot of people that kind of feel like that are outcasts or like, and it's weird because that's one thing that Mel was like. A lot of my friends was like, oh, well, this one's got a lot of this in them. I'm like, would you quit trying to like look at my friends like, about their species? But I will also go, hey, what about this one? Because
species.
That would be right.
Yeah, species fits better.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, if I feel like I'm starting kind of to notice, it's not a look. It is a look. There are different looks, but it's also not just the look, but it is their demeanor, the way they react. Like I said, she's my blonde. It's because it's like their whole personality is not quite like there's a more innocence or there's more of openness. Yeah, it's so different than what other people. Like I say, we draw each other. We attract like people too. I always tease like I'll end up with my tribe all the time. I don't know where that came from.
He came in so you could have meat.
That's true.
That's the only reason.
Because like he's so different, completely different. Like, but he's very sweet and accepting. So at the same time, I'm lucky.
Look at how weird this is.
Oh yeah, and look how like kind of.
I don't know if I can see it, but like this incense is burning very weird. And this one is smoking a lot more than they usually do.
Yeah, that one's really filling up. A lot more. Well, and anybody that's, when I do the paranormal type stuff too, I'll a lot of times scry, which is basically using it to communicate. Because sometimes you can actually take pictures and in the smoke, I've had like the goddess, like literally like, with like where she's, where a lot of people will see the statue of the goddess where she's standing like that. I've had that come at me. Also, which is, a lot of occult things, there's going to be using triangles. I didn't know it at the time, but there had one Brian smoke that came right up, almost hit me in my face. I'm like, hi, you know what I mean?
I had Z's.
Yeah, so it's always interesting to watch because sometimes we're getting message that we clearly ignore. And so, yeah.
We're all burning normal smoke over here. Nothing crazy, just there's a lot more.
No, marijuana. Anyway,
I'm talking about like this,
regular.
The smoke like coming up
Come on.
doesn't look like it's got anything going on in it, except for the fact that that's just giving off so much.
This actually, and I'm used this incense before, and it's never really. It's usually not
we used
smoked.
it that other night.
I'm gonna get a close up because it's like really. It is one of the, what are they called, the the flow, backflow.
Yeah, and it usually does not fill up this bottom part as much as it is right now.
It barely even would make it there.
Yeah, majority of the time it blows off.
But also we're pulling in a cool vibe.
Ghostbuster said she always wanted to try scrying.
Scrying is actually, for me, it really works. If you're if that's something you're drawn to, it's definitely something worth looking into. There are different ones. I have friends that do with fire. Because it works as well. The flames will change, and you'll see different colors in it. And with flames, are really neat. I saw somebody else the other day that actually there was like a face, and there was actually like one it would look like straight angelic type being in his flame, which is cool because you're like, look at that angel showing up in that flame. So that was really neat. He had like 3 that I could. One was like a serpent type, a snake, so it could have been very Lilith type. A vibe. That one was really neat. So you have that. I know with live sci-fi he would do water, which is water. What's Aquaman? Something's Mancy. You can you put it in a black. You'll put water in a bowl, a black bowl. And I can't do it because to me it just looks wrong. But like he would, it just looked wrong. So put the water in the bowl. And would, God, I just can't do that without it looking so nasty. He would use his 2 fingers, kind of just barely hit the water, and it will make. He would drop oil in it first. He'd take the water, drop a little bit of oil, just like a tad of. You can use your magical oils or whatever oil.
Oh, it's a fly. Right?
Look at Beelzebub. Stop it, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, attack of the fly.
That.
Huh? You're Andromeda.
I was like,
Isn't that one of the ones?
Okay. I'm sorry about the. Sorry about.
What ones reminded me? I'm pretty sure Andromeda was in mine.
Yeah, I think you had Andromeda too.
I can't remember, but.
Yeah, I think that was one of yours.
Yeah.
So sorry. Somebody somebody wants to say, Beelzebub was trying to say hello to somebody, or trying to say, hey, get on the Ouija board. So,
Twisted Sister said, "Are you gonna do Ouija tonight?" Right before our
shut up.
Beelzebub showed up, and Ghostbuster said, "What was that?" It was a fly. Beelzebub is saying hi. He is asking us to get on the Ouija board.
yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna see if there is a connection, if they would be willing to talk. Okay, if this fly is like trying to do something that's just super crazy, because for Fly to land on the camera twice, are you connected to Zozo? If for somehow Beelzebub's trying to communicate, is there a connection with Beelzebub and Zozo? Could you please get on the lens again? I'm talking to a fucking fly. I've lost my shit.
It's okay, we still love you.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm sitting here watching the fly. We'll see. We'll give it a few. I'll give you a few seconds. And if you get on there, we'll get the board now.
It's sliding.
It's sliding.
It wasn't walking. It was sliding.
I was watching the panic on their face. Oh, don't jump. It's a fly.
Yeah, but it was.
You're talking to the fly.
Well, okay, we're both reacting weird.
The fly blocked out
I'll
the
give it a
right
second
side,
here.
or did someone walk in front of it? The fly blocked out
The
side.
fly literally
It covered up these 2 right here, and part of me.
What was weird though, it's like that
It
was
was
the first time.
That was the second time we have been attacked by a fly now twice.
I wonder. I have to look back at the first time that we mentioned that Z.
Oh yeah, no, the fly was right after that. I've been paying attention.
Okay.
And
Because there is a strong connection, and I had told, with on live, I had mentioned that to him before, so
it blacked out.
it feels. I don't know. I don't know what. Like I said before, I don't know the connection. I feel like this thing. I feel
It blocked out Dawn. The flag blocked out Dawn.
Just on? Okay.
That's whenever I was that's a
Right.
yeah.
Well, and I guess because the camera's on your side, you're like, where am I?
I was like,
And
look.
Twisted Sisters said, "You know who I am, right? Christy from Facebook."
Okay. Hey, girl.
Why is it not? Okay, it was on my face.
Interesting. Okay.
Like exactly.
Okay, now I know. I'm having to okay.
You're good. I promise.
I'm having to, so that I can get on the Ouija, I have to promise that, and I have to cover, and I will cover you, Melvin, because Melvin's like, okay, I'm willing to do this, but he knows that, like I've said before, when you do lives, it does open something to where it's there. It's right by the lens. So we'll see. We'll see if he has a connection. If he does, he does. If you don't, he don't. Whatever. But like they can communicate and they can go through use live streams, especially when it comes to paranormal, Ouija boards, anything like that. Can I mean like that energy can definitely use the electronics.
It'll be like you're here in the room with us.
So Melvin is aware of that because I told him that a long time ago, and he's like, okay. So he would always like listen to me because he took it very seriously. He was like, he would always watch like 15 to 30 minutes into a stream, so that he wasn't exactly live to where he was so open.
Opened me to B/Z from Live Sci-Fi.
Ghostbusters
said open me to B/Z from Live Sci-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well that connection.
There is a very strong connection there.
But I don't like. I feel like it's the Z. Is she like blurry?
Oh, my flash was on.
Okay.
Not my flash.
Oh, okay, that's what it's doing. B like Z is the Z one, or I'll say Zozo because like maybe he'll go back on the because I feel like this is trying to use and manipulate. So the Zozo energy will definitely, I feel like it tries to piggyback off of Beelzebub because it's not like Beelzebub needs Zozo. The way I explain it, because I'm very connected to a lot of the Norse gods and goddesses, and I don't like to even really want to compare him to Loki because Loki is way above that as well. But Loki is considered a trickster, something that you just don't ever pay attention too much. You kind of ignore anything that goes on when it comes to him. So you have to take anything you get when that energy comes across and with a grain of salt, to be quite honest. It is interesting though because there's a strong connection. There it is. Did it go across again?
Mm-hmm. Hey.
So should we get the Ouija?
Texted. Mm-hmm. And he was watching us, and he said that we looked like we were having fun. Yes, we are. He said that the weird connections and ghosts walk into my kitchen. He always has ghosts in his kitchen, but they're not very, like, out there. He's off right now, but he does have the connection.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so energy connection going on, like lights. Okay. So somebody else, like I've come across, especially since that people ask me a lot about Zozo because I've dealt with that and been on the board when that he's come through whatnot. Like I said, her connection with that. It's like you're kind of like the middle.
Well, I don't think I'm the middleman. I think I'm the final destination. The other person
was the middleman. Right. So. Like, but the electronics, like the other person, like the middleman basically was having some electronic issues at home. So it was weird because like he got on and he was like, hey man, like my lights are going out in my kitchen. So yeah, so there is like, he wants to frighten people. He wants to take, and that's the only way though he can gain control and he can get energy from others. So it's like he's really just kind of wasted. I don't know. I'm not impressed. Obviously. And that's why and that's what's funny though, is a lot of people let him really terrify them. And I try to tell them, don't, like, why? There's so many other things. If you focus on it, actually would, make things way better. You would actually be able to improve yourself, improve things around you. But this one, when he gets a hold of that fear, it's, and it is hard. I know a lot of people, I wasn't always like Melvin likes to say, I have that touches, I want to go kick your ass. It's not that. I had to learn the hard way because I realized that feeding into fear was only making these things, more powerful. Like the guy that I always tease, the guy that used to blow in the back of my head when I was asleep and would wake me up and it's.
Tina said, Loki turned into a fly once in a story in mythology, and what is B/Z?
Oh my God! Thank you for that. That was because Loki was like the one that kept coming to mind. I'll explain Loki later. She said, who? But interesting as hell. Interesting. There's a lot for me to look up after this. I've got homework now.
Okay.
So thank you guys. So I guess yay, no, yes. Okay, so let's get some questions.
Yes, it landed. But you should have seen it.
Okay, so give me some questions that we want to start on the board. I would like I would kind of let you guys run the questions. So what I'm going to start with is protecting ourselves. So anything that we were going to come in contact with, or anything that wants to communicate to us, number one, stay the fuck away from Melvin. You are not welcome. We're in his energy space, around him, around his home, or any of his property, to mess with anybody in his home, any of his animals, yada yada. That is not part of the deal. You want to communicate to us, you stay on this side of our internet connection. You don't mess with any of the viewers out there. You are not allowed to harm, mentally harm, physically, or spiritually harm anybody that is listening or watching or asking questions. They are only asking questions because I'm asking them to. So those are the rules. Otherwise, I will end connection immediately, and because I don't play into this shit. So, so everybody, I'm trying to make sure everybody's covered out there. So I guess what the things again.
Are you going to explain B/Z to Tina?
Okay, so Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies, when it comes to the Goetia, or if you've heard, and I'm sure you have, with the website or it's. I mean, a lot of people, they even put Beelzebub in games and stuff. The Lord of the Flies, he's one of the demonic gatekeepers, like, unless they have to hell, right? So, but they also can give you wisdom, insight, ways to empower yourself. Like I work with Belial, which is he's basically, he bows to no one. Basically, that's what his name kind of translates to: no gods, no masters. So it's like he's become his own empower.
Hi, yes, we're talking about you. Could you please get off the camera?
That's
you.
Yeah. Buzz off.
Buzz off, buddy.
Sorry. Anyway.
You see the shadow it's making?
That's a weird shadow. So yeah, that's what Beelzebub is. And what is the other one?
Z.
I wish I could. Zozo though is, I feel like more of a, what is it when people?
It's almost like
a bunch of different people. So like let's say she's terrified of this. She's terrified of it. I get on a board and it comes across because more people are putting power in. It's like
a tulpa.
The more you don't want it.
What do you call it? A tulpa? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a tulpa would be a good way to explain this. Is something that other people have created through fear, and such. So that's why it feeds off of those type of energies. That's what I feel that thing is personally, because I've never experienced or had anybody have a good Zozo experience. So that's why I say that. And that's why I'm very, very clear, because I will not humor the stuff that he does. So if anybody else is, like, if anything happens and you're feeling threatened, let me know, because I will end it, because I'm not going to let it mess with anybody out there. So if I get some questions, we'll start ahead.
Krista's sister says, I keep seeing shadows around you on camera. That
The
is
fly
the
is still
fly.
there.
Like,
That's
you
the
see
fly.
it?
He won't leave.
Go.
Like I said, I feel like there's a connection, and that's when, like I did start seeing a fly when I started working with the Goetia, and like that was, Beelzebub is Lord of the Flies, so, but I think Zozo will try to use flies as well, so because he is, like I said, like Loki. Yes.
Before you get started, I do want to say hello to everyone that is watching, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to Bonnie's channel, Raven Moon over here, and give it a nice like, share it with your friends, let them know what's happening because it's not often you get to see a live Ouija board session. So, thank you.
Right. Yeah, and I think I will start. Yeah, how about that? Okay.
Oh,
That's good.
so Dina said that he believes that Z is just a code name that demons/beings use when talking to people, and that's his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and see, that is the thing, like things, and it's a whole different type of demon. So, I need.
Your toes.
Melvin's gonna kill me.
Your toes.
I need smoke minute. My smoke minute. I'm like just like 2 or 3 minutes, and so I'm gonna pause, and I'll be back. Can you do that for me, Mel?
Okay, we're going to take a brief intermission and we will be right back.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm back, and I do have the ghost box going. So that if anything is wanting to communicate and they're not wanting to use the board, we'll let them use this as well, the ghost box. So, Buddha. Wow. Okay. That singing's familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you.
Are we live again?
Yes, we are live. Okay, again, same rules apply. Does anybody have questions that you want to start again? Okay, as always, so our feet are bare so that we can kind of connect more to the ground and energy and da 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 da. So. Where? Huh. If y'all hear anything from this spirit box, let me know. Does this turn up? How do you turn that up? Sorry, it's not my speaker, but it's a really nice speaker.
I don't think you turn it up. You turn it up on your thing.
Okay. So we can put it on something higher. Go. Get the chair, I guess.
Jerry, can you grab the stool?
Such a name.
Higher. Yeah, we know it needs to go higher. Or
Let me see the camera.
yeah, see if that's helping. Oh yeah, we still got some. We can push it down further.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Dino said, "Okay, I'm back." Buddha, it knows that I'm here.
Oh well. Very nice. Is that better? Can you hear it better? Actually, we can get down.
Like that?
It's me. Who's me? I couldn't tell if it was. It sounded like my wife. Okay. Anybody have a question? So, of course, no putting your hands, and if you hear me, I'll tell them. If I notice anybody kind of resting their arms, anybody that does it, you don't want to rest your elbows or anything on your legs. You kind of have to sit, relax, and just barely touch the planche.
Am I going in or am I out?
Yes, you start. Right. No, it's on record, so we can always look back. So you join. You're heavy. Okay, there we go. Sorry. You're fine. It's preaching.
Again.
Why? Legion? Why? Oh. You. You see. Okay. Oh. You. Haha. You. Okay.
C-O-U. Give me the right.
No. No.
No,
C. You could.
M.
A. A, which is an AKA Zozo. You could Mama. Okay.
So he's on.
Oh, he's been here. He's alive. What is it? Did it just say bitch? Okay, Melvin says he's gotta take a minute. Oh no. Keep it real. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, like, I'm not, like, imagining, did the spirit box say bitch? Ask it what?
Whitney Houston.
Where is Whitney Houston in the universe? Why? It's some of the Ghostbusters line. H. H.
E.
L. L. Okay. Like I said, because we are connected with Zozo, he's going to be a liar. But why would she be in hell? Hell? Did it just say hell?
Just like that.
What in hell? Okay.
B.
C.
Because P.
A.
People.
C. T.
Pact.
Because pact. Pact. Who did she make a pact with? S. Okay. A. Let's say H. H. A has. So it's gonna be has. Remember, if it will talk, you can just go back. Because what? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, J. J. A. I. Because, did Whitney go? Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna ask Melvin. Did Whitney Houston go to jail? Has.
Did Whitney Houston go to jail?
She did, didn't she? Yeah, because it was like one of the questions was.
One of the questions is ask how many are watching YouTube on YouTube.
Okay, can you answer how many people are live on with us right now on YouTube?
8, including me, is 9. I don't count though. Or well, Dawn's live. I'm not on live. I'm just watching the comments.
Oh. How many people are watching and participating in your live stream? Like, so the ones watching as well as the ones that are on the board and helping with the stream. 9.
Number jump the team.
Can you not keep up? I. C. A. CA1. CA. Z. Oh, what do you want, Zozo?
You know you're here.
Hey. So a pact, right? It would be considered a pact. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Melvin just looked it up and said that Whitney Houston had made a pre-op bargain, which is a deal, a pact, whatever. That is quite interesting. I didn't know. So I asked what it wants. It said kill, but okay. You know what you sent me the other day to watch, right? It was the same thing. Who is it that you want to kill? Give me initials only. Give me initials, not the person's name. T. W. Okay. Not cool. Y. Burn. What do you mean? Why do you want to kill that person? L. I. A. R.
Liar.
What do you mean by liar? Why did he lie to you?
Yes.
Did he make a pact with you? Is that what you're trying to insinuate? Is what remember, like I said, we're dealing with a trickster. Did he lie to you? Like a break something, like a bargain? Is that why you... So, is Beelzebub even messing with him at all? Which is, like I said, we can only take so much that would be truths, half truths completely, if even that. Do you like me, Zozo? Are you the one that called me the B word? Okay, you're cool, it's fine. I'm not fond of you either. Was I like imagining that?
No.
No,
No, I said bitch.
so that was towards me, right? Fair enough.
How old was she when she died?
Okay. I'm going to switch hands. Actually, this is receiving him spiritually. So, light. How old was Whitney Houston when she died? 40. One or two? Two.
42?
I don't know. What the hell was she at? 48. She's 48? Yeah.
Ghostbuster asked if he was mad that person isn't streaming.
Okay. Is fair enough question. Are you mad that he hasn't been live in a while? Is that one reason you're mad?
Yeah, Ghostbuster said ask if he's mad for CW for not streaming online.
Yes or no? Come on, it's not that hard. Is that why you're mad? Ghostbuster. Are you mad because you won't stream? Yeah. Oh, he's trying to. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
She's having a little bit of issue with her hand trying to stay on the board. Okay, quit.
It won't. Yeah.
I hope what? I hope what?
Switch.
It said switch. Okay, let's switch hands. We'll listen to it. We'll give it that. Okay.
Hi.
What? What's that? I didn't
Jay.
Jay. Palmino means eat in Spanish.
Hey.
J-A-H.
That's
Da. Isn't that Spanish for laughing?
laughing. That's like LOL.
Is that you, Zozo?
Well. Yes.
And
Sister Susan says, hey, tell them about me.
oh, I think that's a lie about what
This is hey, tell them about me.
you're doing.
Christy.
Said, tell him about you. Okay.
And Spirit Box said no during that question.
H. O. E. Oh, well, if you're gonna fucking call 4 instead of word.
It says 4 in her.
Okay, so you're not going to insult people, so I'm not gonna take it. So that's your warning. And besides, you need to spell hoe right. Sorry. I'm that person. So I was like, if you're gonna insult somebody, please do it with proper.
Do it with proper grammar, please. It's okay.
Thank you. T L L T L. Is that right? I'm not sure if you were meant. Did you mean T? L. Okay. Did you mean L? Yes. Did you bring friends over? Because it's just like, okay, the reason I'm asking is because the spirit box is quite active and it's being very, very, very clear.
Ghostbuster said my husband's name is Will.
Oh. What about, you have something to say about Will? A S S H O L E. Now, okay. So when I'm on with the girls, usually it's like I will end like that when it kind of gets ugly. There are other people on chat. So like what I'm saying is like if you are feeling frightened or anything, if you need to slow and go back, where you're not live to protect yourself, go ahead and do so because
somebody asked.
It is trying to use other people's energy and fear.
Keisha Cosby said, did it say the higher power can get her out of hell?
Can the higher power get Whitney out of hell?
Yes.
That's just, like we're hearing bells on our end, but it's because Melvin's eyes. I can hear her like getting settled, and that she could be very much reacting to what's going on though. Is she okay? Sorry, kitties are like my person. Oh, so she don't care. She's very worried. I told you I was going to protect you, so yeah, you're good. L O B E R.
Lover.
Well, who's lover? O U. Me, as in Bonnie. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, is that a yes? I feel like I should ask.
Yeah.
Okay. What? I don't want to go. I'm trying to insight.
There it is.
I want to just whatever. Stupid shit.
Red.
Red. That was me. Red. That was me. Something boomer. Where's Boomer? They have a dog named Boomer. Where's Boomer? Okay. Go check. Sorry, we're gonna make sure the dog's fine. I don't normally buy into it, but also it's an animal. So I'm holding my hand down. You can talk away on the spirit box. Can you say somebody's name that's in chat right now on the spirit box? Either their real name or the name that they're going by? Don't say my name.
Yeah,
Say Can you say Kesha again? Definitely. Can you say it again? Okay. So the dog's in its cage. So. Can you say Kesha again? I think it probably did. Say somebody else's name. Who? Deb? Don't say my name. Say somebody else's. If you're so powerful and like you're trying to feed off other people's energy, go ahead and say somebody's name.
Somebody on the group or Keisha said that she made a pact with the devil. I think that has to do with her music contract.
Which I would be. Yep. Hate him. Hate him. Who do you hate? Who? Can we switch hands? Talk to the spirit box, or we're gonna switch hands without you saying so. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we switch hands? Yeah. Okay. So evidently we're going to switch back.
You do what?
Skylet.
You do what?
All right. Just bring it low. Okay, well, maybe we're not. It's like, it's okay, well, it's waiting. It's like, so anybody have more questions? Or are we, is Zozo, are you still here? Yes. Yes. Do what? What Mel?
He's asking on we can block off others. Don't want to speak.
Oh. Is it blocking off others? Yes, I think so. Legit. And did anybody else hear did it say Joey? That's another name that one of the girls actually goes by. Okay. No, I honestly, okay, so Mel wants to know if one of his guides could come through. No, I don't think any of his guides would have, well, okay, your main guide isn't going to allow that shit. I feel like
Pointless.
Okay, she said it said pointless. Yeah, well, come on, you know that energy she is. You know what I mean? I'm almost seeing that, like, my arms are crossed right now, pissing. Why would you even ask type thing? Like, she doesn't mind what you're doing.
Yeah, like obviously.
Okay. Doesn't mind what you're doing, but, like, if you really think you're gonna she's gonna come through right now, after what's around right now. So, there's your answer, Mel. I feel like I don't even have to. Yeah, she's not gonna answer on the board, obviously. She said pointless. That's so funny. All right. So who is with us right now? Hundreds. Witness. Oh, never mind. I know what the witness means. C-A-C. Wow, it's so mine. C. So are we Zaza? Zozo. Okay. What else do you want to say, Zozo? Was that you?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, she said that it like weirded me out because it sounded weird. Okay. It's pointing towards Skylar.
And it keeps spinning towards me every time I start it.
What do you want? Something with Joey? What did it say?
Partner.
Yes. Did you say partner? Yes.
Yes.
You know that I'm not gonna lie.
Can I ask a question? I'm asking you if I can ask a
You're
question.
not asking for it. We're asking for it.
Well, I know, but
so she has me like partner, like as in the person she's seeing, or the person, or the entity itself. And I'm like, no, definitely the entity.
Ask, Ghostbusters said ask if it messes with my Wi-Fi /TV.
Okay, and who's Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Okay. So the entity we're speaking with, which is UOZO, do you mess with Ghostbusters and her TV? Yes. Is it because of her connection with the... Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you know what I was fixing to ask. Yeah. Is this because of episode 3? Yes.
And Keisha said, can we go back in time and change pieces?
Do you have anything to say about episode 3? Okay. Stop, first of all. Calm down. Thank you. What happened back there?
I have no idea.
You saw it, right? Something like literally, like it was like a bird. I don't even know. What was it?
Like
Did anybody hear what that was said on that voice boxes, spirit boxes now?
okay. Keisha asked. Chris.
Hold on. Keisha asked, can we go back in time and change the future?
Hi. Okay. I think it's wrong. I already asked the answer.
Yeah, I got mine.
Hi. Idea. Should somebody have an idea to go back into the future? Or fast or whatever.
Okay,
Interesting. So, evidently, I guess it is a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that Charlotte?
Christine said, do you mess around with the breaker box in her apartment?
Yes. Is this the same connection? Okay. It's for the same connection, yes.
Because of episode 3.
It's the episode, yes. Yeah. A, C. Oh, wow. Now we're like M. What is it? A or M? MZ? Same thing. What kind of relationship do you and I have? What did it say? It says something.
My own finger.
Here, change your hand. Break them, it said. What kind of a relationship do you and I have? C. A. B. You're right. Okay. All right. Well, we may get on a little bit later tonight, but I'm going to, because it is getting quite aggressive, and because I really want to protect everybody in here and out there, do a little meditation after, if you don't mind, just to clear your mind and your getting anxiety. But we'll come back, we'll do it again. If I don't do it later this evening, we'll do it tomorrow. So, I'm going to ask you to leave. You know, I will, so I'm just going to ask you nicely. So, good night and goodbye.
Bye.
All right. At last. Okay, that's you wanted it. All right, guys. So, I hope you all. Okay. It's not. Okay. I hope you guys all have a good evening. I guys hope you all have a good evening, and we'll come back and we'll do it again really soon. So, the girls say bye. I enjoyed it, and message me if y'all have any issues or anything. So. All right, have a good night. Mwah.